everyone, I'm Linda. Welcome to the Stewardship season of the Dunbarton Congregational Church. Each year we take some time to celebrate the time, talent, and treasure that is the foundation of this church. Part of this Stewardship season, however, is also our annual appeal for pledges and donations. This year, since all of us are involved with YouTubing, videoing, emailing, we thought we'd do something totally different. So we put together a quick presentation that highlights all the activities that go on behind the doors, the many doors of this church. So to begin, I'll pass it on to our pastor, Robert Vodra.
Thanks, Linda. Hi, everybody. My name is Robert, and I'm the minister here. I want to show you something that I learned a couple years ago. Perhaps some of you know this. You put your hands together like this, and you say, this is the church, and this is the steeple, and you open the doors, and there are supposed to be all the people. Kind of feels like that now. And we haven't been meeting in person except outside for a couple months now. We've met a couple times outside. But that doesn't mean that we're not the church. And we decided to put together a little stewardship video, as Linda said, that kind of raises up some of the things that are still happening, that still make us the church even when we're not worshiping in person. So I hope you'll find some enjoyment out of this. I hope you'll get a laugh and see what is happening around the church. This is the body of Christ. Even when we're not meeting in person, we are still the body of Christ. We are still the church. I think I hear Liz.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Liz Fredina. I am one of the music principals in the Dunbarton Congregational Church. This year has been a little bit different for all of us. We haven't been able to do as much music as we normally do, and I know people are really feeling it. Our music program consists of the music that we do during the service. We run a monthly open mic next door in the vestry, and once a month we do that. And we also have a rather large community Christmas concert. And one of the things I think everyone in the congregation appreciates about the music is it brings people together socially, spiritually, emotionally, and we include people from town, we include people from church, we include people from our past and from our future in coming to perform together, coming to meet together, and the connections that we make through music are just very meaningful. The Christmas concert, of course, with COVID, we can't have the concert this year in person, so we will try to pull something together virtually, and there'll be more information coming out about that later. The open mics, we haven't been able to meet since March. I think it was February actually, and it's going to be another while before we can. The music presentations and the music activities that we have also often are coupled as fundraisers. So we bring in people and we bring in the community and we share a little bit and they share a little bit with us. And that all allows the church to do many of the other activities, which would be the food pantry, the Secret Santa elves, Christmas gifts for people in need, Thanksgiving, and I think Easter baskets, heating assistance. There's a whole host of things. So we really enjoy using the music to spread the word about what we do, to bring in participation from other people, and to spread all of our good feelings and our blessings and our benefits to everybody.
Oh, hi there. I was looking for you. I just heard some piano music coming from next door, so let's go see who's playing next door. Come on.
Van Kalkin, and I have so much fun here helping with the music ministry at the Dunbarton Congregational Church. I've been here for 12 years and worked with Liz Fredina for most of those years, and enormous amounts of other talented musicians. But Liz and I have sort of struck a good balance with a lot of the tunes we play, a lot of the hymns we play, the holiday concert, and of course with COVID everything's very different now, but hopefully things will change again for the better. But it is already better here. It always has been better here in many ways. There's so many people that support each other here, not just at church, but in the community and in our church community. So I'm looking real forward to moving whatever talent I can give with Liz, with this piano or the pipe organ that actually does work, and see if we can inspire people to just come by, even virtually, and say hello and get some sustenance mentally from the good word we hear from Reverend and everyone else that works very hard. Thank you.
Oh, hi. So most mornings when I'm getting ready, the deacons have already opened up the church because they get here really early in the morning and they're making coffee and setting up the church and getting all the lights turned on. And this is like one of the first mornings that I've been here and they're not here first. But I think they're coming in today and hopefully they'll be able to share a little bit of what they do around the church. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carol Ann,
And I'm Bill.
and we're here as deacons for Dunbarton Congregational Church. What we'd like to do is explain to you what we do as deacons for the church and in the church.
In a sense, we open many doors for various reasons.
Some of the doors that we open are the doors to the supplies for communion. This is where we keep all of our supplies.
Deacons are responsible for getting the elements ready for the service.
On Communion Sunday, and then as we go through, our next door is the door that holds all the name tags for all the members of our congregation. As you can see, we have quite a few of them. When they come in, they just take their name tags so that if we have any visitors, they'll know who we all are. Another door that we open as deacons is the door that holds all of our hymnals and extra Bibles, and also the hymn numbers that we post for service every Sunday. Some of the more important things that we do as deacons is help our pastor get ready for service on Sunday morning. We also help him to organize special events in our church, such as baptisms, weddings, funerals if need be. A lot of these things are done without anybody knowing what we do. Things just happen to appear.
Hi, welcome to our newly renovated vestry where all kinds of activities happen. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Susan.
And we're here working on one of our many projects. This is the Plarn project. But we have all kinds of activities going on in here. We have our community breakfasts, we have luncheons, we have potluck suppers, we have music, our fireside coffee house, we have, we put together our food baskets at Thanksgiving and Easter. We have 4-H activities.
It's a flu clinic.
Food clinic, knitting. We have a ladies' game night.
Many celebrations, birthday parties and other things that...
And we also offer this wonderful space for rentals for all kinds of different occasions in case people need a space to hold their activities. We also have our Christian education activities in here where the kids do all kinds of art projects, and we have theme-based annual church school activities like Welcome to the Family, Feeding the Hungry, Women of the Bible. We have our adult education that includes book clubs and food for thoughts. What am I leaving out, Susan?
In January and March, we have breakfasts that serve the community. During the time from 8 to 10, every Sunday during those 2 months, we invite people in to have breakfast. Cook and prepare and serve the breakfast.
It's a wonderful community-based gathering place, and we invite anybody who's interested to come and check us out.
And we're ready to move on to our next group, and I thought I heard a car outside, or a truck. I wonder who would be driving a truck. Bet you it's our missions committee. Let's go see.
Hi, I'm Patty Sharon,
I'm Ann Zeller.
and we're part of the missions board here at Dunbarton Congregational Church, and this is our food pantry that serves the town of Dunbarton. All residents are welcome. We have some things to put away.
Yes.
So it's, the food pantry here is all non-perishable items and available to anyone in town that needs the help. And we also provide, we have a community assistance fund where we take monetary donations and help with things like utility assistance, heating assistance, gas gift cards, grocery gift cards to offset what we don't carry here.
In addition to the food pantry, we also support the community by supplying Thanksgiving baskets to people in need. We collect donations from the church and anyone in the community who'd like to donate to them. We put them together and then they are distributed.
There's another program that we also organize called Operation Secret Elf, which is a similar program to like the Salvation Army's Giving Tree, where we have elves in the community that purchase gifts for children in need in our community. And then Pastor Robert has a night where he has the parents come pick up the gifts and he gets to play Santa. Another program that we implemented 2 years ago is Earth Day Every Day, with the mission to support educating folks about taking care of our planet. We had several speakers come in from UNH to speak about climate change and to help educate our congregation. And on a monthly basis, we've picked different topics to discuss and educate, with a bulletin board at the back of the church with information on the weekly emails with stories and videos and things from all over that we try to share with everyone to broaden our knowledge of what's happening to our climate and our earth. We need to take care of it. So one of the things that we do here at Dunbarton Congregational Church for 25 years is we've been picking up trash on a 2-mile stretch on Stark Highway. It's through the Adopt a Highway program that the state organizes. And we have 4 pickups during the year, and I'm going to get started.
Thank you, Patty and Ann. It's amazing how much the missions committee does and the deacons do. And there's another group that I think is going to be coming in that does a lot of work around here also. I thought I heard a lawnmower outside, and I just heard the door open. So let's go see who's here and see if maybe the trustees have something to tell us.
Good morning. I am Mike. I'm a trustee at the Dunbarton Congregational Church. I've been a trustee here for about 25 years, since the mid-90s. Served with a number of terrific trustees over the years and still serve with wonderful trustees to this day. Trustees have been involved over the years with work and support of the church in so many different directions. We are involved with activities that range from stewardship of the church's finances. That can include anything from budgeting, developing budgeting, encouraging other boards and committees to develop their budgets, putting that together for a vote by the church. It involves insurance activities to protect the church. It involves coordination with the New Hampshire Conference. At times we've used loan funds from the conference for roof repairs and other capital improvements throughout the church. And that's one side of what we do. We're also involved with the maintenance, physical maintenance of the buildings and the property. That is never ending. In fact, my peer trustees are outside right now working on the buildings and the grounds. It is never ending. It seems like we paint something every year and it never goes away, but that's part of what brings us back on a regular basis. The trustees are involved in not only these activities, but we're also the kind of the go-to committee for anything that breaks, anything that needs attention. We're kind of the rapid responders in many cases, and it's a role we enjoy, we like. It keeps us coming back, and it's all part of the team effort here at Dunbarton Congregational Church. Why do we do that? I think it's important to think about what this church means to the community. At first glance, when you look at a church in any community, you think of worship, you think of fellowship, and that is certainly an important part of what everybody that is involved with Dunbarton Congregational Church, it's the reason that people come to this church. But there's another reason, and it's a reason that's not quite as obvious, and that is that these grounds serve as meeting rooms and fellowship space for the community well beyond church membership. It serves as a place to assemble food baskets. It serves as a place to house our food pantry. We have a unconditional type of support for the community. If there's a need for something, we try to make it happen, and a lot of that is unrelated to worship. It's unrelated to religious activities. It's related to our role in the community, and for me personally, it's probably the most important thing that I can be involved with, and I think many others involved with the church feel the same way. So we're busy all the time. I don't know what would happen in Dunbarton if this quiet presence wasn't here, if it wasn't there to support people at a time of need. A year like 2020 is a good example. People out of work, struggling with COVID and other related problems. The church is here. We take the phone call. We say yes almost all the time. And it's what inspires many of us to continue coming back. So with that, I have work to do, and I know the other trustees are outside busy at work, so we're going to shift gears and take a look at what they're doing. Thank you.
In addition to being the guardians of the church's all the church's financial aspects, the trustees are the caretakers, or the stewards really, of our church buildings. It looks like they're getting ready to do some last-minute fall cleanup. So over here, we have Scott on the lawnmower. Wave to the people, Scott. There you go. And Tom working on the building here. Wave to the people, Tom. Great, thank you. So here we have Tammy and Addison. Looks like they're thinking about the next project they want to do. So we'll leave them alone for now.
Welcome to our curio shop. Curios on the Common is a unique thrift and gift shop 2 doors down from the church. 6 years ago, 2 members of the church had a vision. Community members and church members all joined in to donate generous donations and many hours of volunteer labor in order to turn a vacant real estate office into this fun way for us to have income for the church. Last year alone, 2019, we netted $8,000. Donations are tax deductible. That is most of our inventory. Other than that, we have crafts and books by local authors and artists. Unfortunately, we cannot accept clothing, used books, or electronics because of space constraints. Before COVID-19, the shop was open every Wednesday and Saturday, fondly known as dump days. It's staffed in 3-hour shifts by church members and members of the community. Right now we have approximately 20 volunteers. We hope after the first of the year to reopen, and when our flag is flying with the open sign and the door is open, please stop by. Clientele tends to be not just the residents of Dunbarton and the local area, but many travelers who are passing through see the open sign and are curious about curios.
So we're back upstairs in the vestry, and Pam, our treasurer, is hard at work. She is in charge of the church's checkbook. She crunches all the numbers for us, all our financial figures. And in addition, she also keeps track of all our pledges and donations. Looks like she's getting ready to check our money box now. All right, well, you know what? I think we'll go back downstairs and find something.
I hope you enjoyed our Keeping the Doors Open video as much as we enjoyed making it. It really was fun to think about all the things that go on here, our connections within the church and within the community, and getting everybody together to produce this video. This is our stewardship season, and in a few days you'll be getting a stewardship card. The scripture that we focused on this year was Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. You know, there's so much that goes on in the church besides just the finances. Obviously, we need money to keep the doors open and the lights on, but we're still the church. Even beyond that, we're the church for the food pantry. We're the church that gets phone calls when people are having trouble in many different ways. We're still the church, even though we're worshiping online because of the pandemic. All this will pass at some point, the pandemic. We'll be back in this building, back in church. But the missions of the church are still going on. We send money to the United Church of Christ, and they're in the Gulf Coast right now with all the hurricanes and people who have had their houses damaged. They're in California dealing with people who have experienced wildfire. We're still the church, well beyond keeping the lights on and keeping the doors open. When you get that card, I hope you'll think about the missions that we do around the world, and also your talents that you're able to share with the church. If you look at the list of positions in the church, there seems to be a lot of the same people over and over again, which is great. I highly encourage that. But there's also a spot for you. This time of year, the 2020, most of the meetings have been happening online. So you can attend from your home. You can wear your pajama pants during that meeting. Trust me, I've done that once or twice before. You can participate in so many different ways. When we get back into worship, we'll need Sunday school teachers. We'll need lay readers. There are things that the deacons do, but they can always use help. Putting out coffee on Sunday morning. These are just a few of the things that we can look forward to resuming once we're back meeting in person for worship. But until that time, we are still the church. And so thank you for watching this video. Thank you for thinking about the connections that we have. And we'll look forward to getting your pledge card back and then dedicating that in the next few weeks. Thank you.